Remind the committee that Paulina Corey is not, in fact, Rachel Corey's daughter.
I didn't give birth to her, Dr. Spader. Is that what you're getting at? But I wasn't aware that that was a requirement for a parent. Or is that one of your regulations? I understand your tenure is full of them.
The job of this committee is to assess whether the treatment given by Dr. Hudson and Dr. Harrison was appropriate for the patient. Miss Corey's parentage is not our concern.
Then why did you bring it up?
Would you just continue, Mrs. Corey?
Sure. My daughter was dying. I learned that in this hospital there was a compound that might save her life.
An untested and unapproved compound.
I wouldn't have cared if it came from the underbelly of a jungle rat. Dr. Hudson understood that if my daughter died, I would have brought a suit against this hospital that might have shut it down. Now, he did what I asked him to do. He saved her life, and he saved this hospital from a lawsuit.
But you never said anything about a lawsuit.
I know. What do you think she's up to?
Something weird is going on here.
What do you mean?
I was there, remember? I mean, she told John to use the drug, but she never mentioned a lawsuit.
Well, maybe she was thinking it.
Regardless of your compulsion to threaten the staff here at BCG, we still feel that... Mrs. Corey, we are not finished.
Oh, I am. I'm finished with all of you.
Would you please sit down? We would like to continue. This hearing is very complex, and we want to make sure we have the information accurately to make a decision.
It's a gutsy move. I hope it works.
What's going on with her?
Mrs. Corey, this hearing is not over.
Yes, it is for me, you see. But you know, it's not too late. If you find against these two doctors, I promise you I will have spoken to my attorneys and made sure that they file a suit against this hospital on behalf of my daughter and myself. And if you have one word to say about my daughter's parentage, I will slap you with a slander suit so fast your head will spin.
We should try to calm down, Mrs. Corey. I realize that you are upset.
I guess upset doesn't cover it. Do you remember my husband? He gave from his considerable resources to this hospital.
Money is not the issue here.
And you know why he did that? Because he believed in this hospital. He believed it was giving the absolute best care to everyone.
And that remains true to this day.
I don't think so. I think that was over with when you suspended two of your best doctors.
Doctors who continue to flout hospital policy.
Yes, they took an enormous risk going against your sacred policies, but they upheld the Hippocratic Oath. They saved my daughter's life.
The fact that Paulina Corey survived after receiving untested, unproven drug therapy is a miracle in and of itself, which is why we find ourselves here in the first place.
These two doctors had no choice, and you know it. They behaved professionally and courageously. That's what fine doctors are supposed to do, aren't they, Dr. Spader? And fine doctors is what this institution has too few of at the moment.
Thank you, Mrs. Corey, for your time. I believe this committee has heard enough to make its decision. Dr. Spader, do you have something to add?
Yes, thank you. And thank you for your attention. Despite what we've heard this afternoon, I have nothing to change in my initial statement. As Chief of Staff, doctors, my recommendation is to abolish your privileges here at Bay City General and to bring this matter before the State Medical Board, urging that your medical licenses be revoked.
What a surprise.
Of course, I am only one member of this committee.
We will adjourn for discussion.
Well, I'm sorry I gave it my best shot.
No, you did great. You did great.
You think any of it helped?
I don't know. Spader's not likely to be easily intimidated. I hate to say this, but I think we should be prepared for the worst.
I cannot believe the nerve of that guard. He wasn't going to let us in. What do we need?
And you even showed him your license with Corey all over it. I mean, what more does he want?
It's because we're kids, Tomas. We're 1 year away from being able to vote, for crying out loud.
You know, this always happens to me. I wonder if it's just because,
Because you're Latino?
well, it's known to happen.
Well, it's known to happen to me, too, though. And I'm as white bread as they come. It's because we're teenagers, I'm telling you. Ergo, we're not wanted.
Yeah, wait till I'm 18. You know, who cares what they think?
I can count on one hand the number of people who don't treat us like alien species, and Dr. Hudson is one of them. Even if we don't get in, I am glad that we are here.
Yeah, and what about him? He made a great call. You know, he gets busted just because he doesn't stick with the rules. I mean, what kind of stuff is that?
I don't know. What?
Maggie, you gotta beat him at their own game.
I'm totally lost, Tomas. Beat who?
The people who are up there. You know, the people who make the rules?
You don't like authority any more than I do, huh?
You got that right. I just don't like what they're doing to Dr. Hudson and Dr. Harrison. I think it stinks.
It does. What did John and Kelsey do for you?
What?
You said that they helped someone that you knew or something?
They did. I just kind of thought I owed them a favor.
Right. Well, who is it? Anybody I know? Oh, come here. Everybody, this is Tomas Rivera.
Hey, the famous tutor. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
meet you. How you doing?
Tomas, this is everybody.
Hi.
So come on, guys. Did Rachel wow him or what?
Well, she did a number on him, that's for sure.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Like what? What happened?
Well, Mom kind of stretched the truth. Oh, come on, Amanda, don't be so delicate. It was a deliberate falsehood. Mom told the committee something about John and Kelsey. I suppose it could have been true if she thought about it at the time. I don't know.
Rachel lied?
I don't know what else to call it.
I have to hear this for myself. Come on.
I see you've never been taught the fine art of the employment interview.
I got your attention.
And that's all you're going to get. As I said, there is nothing available.
How many times did you hear that when you got off the boat?
I beg your pardon.
You're Irish, right? I'm a foreigner too, Mr. Harris. I know what it's like.
I was 13 when I came to this country. And I was alone. It was tough.
Imagine how tough it is for somebody who's just gotten out of prison.
Well, I don't suppose your accent helps much either.
No, it doesn't. I hear this club of yours is going to be first class.
And for what I'm spending, it better be.
Man can make a lot of money from a place like that.
That's true. The Harbor Club is going to be strictly legitimate.
Of course it is.
But even if I were interested in you, I couldn't risk my liquor license by hiring someone on probation.
That's a minor detail, Mr. Harrison, just a minor detail.
Well, I'm not even sure what your capabilities are.
But I am. And as far as probation is concerned, you needn't worry about that. My work release program overrides any probation. My arrangements with the state are over. You can check if you want.
I will.
Still haven't convinced you, have I? I suppose I can thank Jake McKinnon for that.
It's true. Jake isn't too fond of you.
Jake lost Paulina and blamed everybody else for his own stupidity. He deserved what he got.
Paulina Corey was trouble from the beginning. Which leads me to another question. Why should I hire someone with the same problem?
Nothing comes between me and my work, Mr. Harrison. Not even Paulina Corey.
As I recall, Jake said the same thing.
He did? Jake hasn't got what it takes. I do.
Do you think you can prove that to me?
I know I can. I understand you're looking for a manager with specific qualifications.
Really? And what would those be?
Somebody who's willing to work 24 hours a day. No family, no ties to any club. And most importantly, someone who can handle tight situations.
You're good at the handling part, I take it.
I fit all the criteria.
All right, tell me this. If there was a job available, why should I consider you?
Because you'll need me. You'll need somebody who can go above and beyond, somebody who can take a look at the situation, see what needs to be done and do it. Look no further. I'm your man.
Unfortunately, your reputation precedes you. I understand that you've got one hell of a temper.
I've heard the same about you.
Well, I'm not looking for a job.
That's true. It is true, I can get a little hot under the collar, but I know how and when to use it. How'd you like a game of five-card draw? Might help you make up your mind.
I doubt it. This is going to be a strictly legitimate club, no gambling.
You can tell a lot about a man, the way he plays poker, don't you think?
Perhaps. At least I'd learn if you cheat.
Me too. Who knows? A couple of games, maybe I won't want the job.
What job? All right. 5-card draw. Agreed?
You got it.
And the stakes?
If I win, I'm the manager of the new Harbor Club.
And if I win?
You won.
Where's Rachel?
I think I saw her duck into the ladies' room.
She's probably gone up to collect herself. After all, it's not every day that Rachel Corey tells a bold-faced lie.
Would you cut it out, Iris? You weren't even there.
Matthew, I don't mean it as an
Mom's
insult,
trying to
but
help her friends. Is there anything wrong with that?
I'm afraid I wasn't much help to John and Kelsey today. Thank you anyway.
I knew you'd come. I just knew it.
For all the good it did.
Well, you never know, Rachel. Intimidation, though not your usual style, does occasionally work.
Well, all I can say is I have never seen a more opinionated, self-righteous man than Spader in my life.
It's incredible how intractable some people can be, isn't it?
Well, the important thing is that you said your piece. Hopefully your influence still means something around here.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we?
Rachel, can I talk to you for a minute, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
Excuse us.
Well, I can see you're not getting on any better with your mother than when she left.
She's going through a rough time, Iris.
Yeah, I wish you'd just let us in.
I know you're probably mad that I went to New York looking for you, but John and Kelsey are in so much trouble that
Honey,
I just...
you don't have to apologize to me. I would have done the same thing.
I know putting an ad in the Times was a bit over the top, but I just couldn't think of any other way to...
I saw it. I'm here, aren't I?
Good. Because I couldn't rely on Carl to tell you. We saw him, you know, Jake and I.
Jake. I should have known.
Rachel, Carl played us for a couple of fools, and I was afraid that he was going to do the same thing to you. I'm sorry, this is coming out so wrong. I want to know what's going on with you, but I don't know how to ask.
Well, you just have. But I'm not going to talk about it today, okay? I want to talk to John. So, any word?
No. Our illustrious colleagues had just adjourned to the back room when we left. This may take a while.
Well, at least we'll know one way or the other. These weeks of waiting have been awful.
I'm sure they have. I'm so sorry I wasn't here earlier.
Well, I'm not sure that it would have mattered. Rachel, as a matter of fact, after today, I'm not sure of much of anything. But I have to ask you, why did you say what you did in there?
You don't remember my threat?
Frankly, no.
Well, it was a very confusing and intense time.
Intense, yes, but...
Paulina was dying. I would have done anything to help her, John. But if she had died, and if I'd felt this hospital had prevented you from going to the mat for her, I would have done anything to shut this place down.
I believe that.
Spader's the kind of guy that strains out gnats and swallows camels. I just gave him a camel, that's all. Let's see if he swallows. If he does, you've got your jobs.
Thank you.
What's the matter? I thought you wanted to see your grandmother.
Yeah, I do. But what am I going to say to her, Tomas? Hey, Graham, so you stretched the truth just a little bit?
Sometimes people have very good reasons for lying.
It can't be. She must have said it. They just didn't hear it.
Please go on inside and make yourselves comfortable. My secretary will bring up some refreshments. If there's anything in particular that you'd like, just ask.
Well, aren't you coming along, Alton?
Yes, I'll be along in a moment. I just want to make sure that all of my paperwork is organized. Two doctors lose their licenses, I damn well better be prepared.
I've never seen Rachel Corey so angry in my life.
Well, Rachel Corey does not run this hospital. It's about time someone let her know that.
So you've decided to take on Rachel Corey, have you? Yes. Her name's Hutchins.
What do you want?
I want the same that Rachel Corey wants. I want justice. But I'm not as polite as she is. I know this is difficult for you. But then you're a practical man, Alton, isn't it? And you'll know that you've done the right thing. Well, I must be off. I presume you want this to remain between the two of us.
Whatever you say, Mr. Hutchins.
Look at me. Don't be such a poor sport. It doesn't suit a man of your position any more than do your proclivities. I'll let myself out.
You do that.
Miss Wheeler.
Oh, Tomas, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Listen, I just wanted to thank you a lot for helping me out with the hospital bill.
Oh, it's my pleasure. How's the work program going? Are they treating you okay?
Sure. I've worked off about $50 from the bill so far.
That's fantastic. You'll have it paid off in no time at all at that rate.
Well, thanks.
Tomas, look, I just want you to know what a pleasure it is to meet a young person who takes his responsibility so seriously.
Just gotta do what you gotta do, that's all.
You're being far too modest. Besides, the truth of the matter is that we would really like you to be a good influence on our Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie does what Maggie wants.
Yes, she certainly does. Anyway, how's Louisa doing? Is she better?
Oh, she's a lot better, thanks.
I hear she's a real sweetheart.
I think so.
Good. Anyway, we'll talk again. Bye.
Okay.
Louisa? Who in the heck is Louisa?
Excuse me, may I borrow my wife for a moment?
Jeannie, want some coffee or anything?
No, thank you very much, madam. About as wired as I can get.
All right.
Tell me.
What?
You were just out in the hall. You must have heard something. We're finished, right?
No. I just went to get a drink of water. Rachel was the only one in the hall.
Did you say anything else to her about what she said?
No, not really.
Are you ready for some blatant honesty from me?
Blatant honest? Well, yeah, I guess so. What?
When I saw you in there, when you stood up and you were ready to take the blame for everything.
Oh, Kelsey,
No, let me
come on.
finish. I mean, you've always known how important my career was to me, and when you were prepared to sacrifice everything because of me, I've never been more moved in my whole life, ever.
Thank you.
It made me realize that if I ever had to choose between practicing medicine and you, my career wouldn't stand a chance. I love you.
I'm awfully glad you feel that way, because if things go the way I think they might go, I may have to turn the farm into the real thing.
What? You mean eggs and chickens and livestock?
Well, it's a possibility. Oh, come on, it won't be that bad. And if Josie sticks around, she'll teach you to bake.
A pie stand?
Well, no,
John.
actually, I was thinking more along the lines of a bed and breakfast kind of a thing. And we've got the room. And you're not loving this idea, are you?
I love you. That's the important thing.
We were just talking about you.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to
No,
take a
it's
couple...
okay. They didn't want very many people in there anyway.
You mean it's over?
No, we're actually waiting for the committee's decision now.
Why is this taking so long?
Because some of those board members are very long-winded, especially Doris Endicott.
I guess it takes one to know one, huh, Iris?
Here she comes.
Excuse me. The disciplinary committee is reconvening in the boardroom.
Thank you. We'll be in a minute. Look at you guys. No matter what happens in there, Kelsey and I would both like to thank you for coming here tonight. Your friendship means a great deal to us. More than we could ever say.
Now, why would anyone not want those two as doctors?
Come on. We'll get in there somehow.
Matt, hey.
Hey, when did you get here?
A couple minutes ago. Listen, I know you want to stick around for John and Kelsey, but do you think we could talk a little bit later?
Who am I saving you from this time? Spencer again?
No. I just need to talk. Okay? For old time's sake.
Yeah, sure, when this is over, okay?
Was that Josie Watt?
Yeah, she came back to town around Christmas time, I think.
I had no idea.
Well, a lot has happened since you left Bay City, Mom.
Yes, Amanda. More than you know.
Okay, guys, let's get back in there, all right? Do you think we could lynch Spader if this thing goes the wrong way?
Ah, it's a thought.
I can feel the cool breeze as the axe slices its way through the air towards the back of our necks.
You know, if we do get fired, I think you should get a job as a copywriter for TV commercials.
That good, huh? Thank you.
For what? Trying to make you laugh?
No. For marrying me.
See, that wasn't so hard.
Yeah, with your grandma right behind us, it was a breeze.
I mean it, Rachel. If the committee finds against them, I want us to go ahead with the lawsuit against the hospital. We'll sue them individually, together, whatever it takes.
Yeah, well, hopefully it won't get to that.
We've carefully deliberated, doctors, and we've reached a conclusion.
Progress.
They're to be reinstated effective immediately.
I believe this concludes the work of this committee. Thank you for your time.
Mom, you did it.
I don't know about that, honey.
Oh, gosh, I knew having you come back would make all the difference.
Oh, I don't know about that, honey. One never knows why people do the things they do.
Two. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Rain. I know, of course, about your father, but what about the rest of your family? Is your mother alive?
No, my mother died when I was very young.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll bet 5.
Don't be sorry. I carry a poetically vague memory of her anyway.
I suppose that could be much more satisfying than a bunch of realistic ones.
Probably.
And brothers and sisters.
Like I said, Mr. Harrison, I have no family.
That's rather a shame. I found my family to be a great comfort to me.
I've heard otherwise. I'll see you're 5. And I'll raise you 5.
Oh, well, of course, we've had our problems, but what family hasn't?
You see, the way I look at it is, if you have no family, then you have no disappointments.
Lonely, though, isn't it? All right. You're 5. And 5 better. Tell me something, Ren. Have you ever had an occasion to want to settle down?
Is that a polite way of asking me if I'm serious about Paulina Corey?
Not at all. I'm simply curious.
I must say I've never felt that romantic tug, and I doubt I ever would.
I hear Rachel Corey's back in town. Or perhaps you knew that from Paulina.
I didn't realize you were so friendly with Rachel Corey.
I'm not. Straight flush, queen high.
That beats my full house. You win again.
I believe in knowing as much about my enemies as I know about my cards. In fact, I find it invaluable.
I'm sure you do.
Another hand?
It'd be my pleasure.
Yes, way to go. Is my grandmother great or what?
I guess it does pay to buck the system.
Yeah, you use what you got for the people you care about, right?
Right. Listen, your family's probably going to want to celebrate or something, so...
No. Wait, please. I have a really good idea, but I need your help.
For that one before.
Yeah, but I mean it this time. People are gonna love this. But we've got to get to the cafeteria before it closes, okay? Oh, we're going back to work. We're going back to work.
But doesn't mean that the bed and breakfast idea is out.
Yes, I know I keep saying this, but I'm so glad that you're home.
Well, I'm sorry you had to chase all over for me.
Hey, don't apologize. I knew that no matter what anybody else said, when you heard that John and Kelsey needed your help, you would come back.
Who? Who didn't think I was coming back?
Oh, no, not Amanda. No, please don't think that. I guess I mean Jake.
Jake?
No, don't get any ideas. I'm still seeing Ian. I'm very happy.
Oh, good. Because I want it to work.
It will. Hey, speaking of dating, is it true about you and Carl? Were you involved with him?
I don't want to talk about this here, sweetie. Later, all right? Hey, you guys.
Oh, you single-handedly defeated Spader.
Oh, no, I didn't,
Yes,
sweetie.
you
Hi.
did.
Hi, Josie. Sweetie, it's nice to see you. How are you?
She's a big Hollywood star, that's what she
Really?
is.
I'm very impressed.
Don't be. John's making a bigger deal of it than it is. So, congratulations. You guys must be pretty relieved,
Well,
huh?
relieved doesn't begin to cover it.
Thank you so much, Rachel.
Honey, don't thank me. I'm not convinced I did it.
Tomorrow, we're going to be knee-deep in insurance forms and admission slips, and I, for one, couldn't be happier.
Why don't I give my favorite girl a ride home?
Oh, your favorite girl would love that.
My car's right outside. We can take off right now.
Okay, great.
Besides, we need a chance to catch up. I want you to tell me everything you've been up to.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, everybody, Amanda and I have got a great idea.
We would love if you all came back to our house for a party. Is that okay with you, John and Kelsey?
Are you kidding me? After today, I am Bay City's newest party animal.
Where is everybody?
I thought they were supposed to celebrate.
Oh, I am so glad you're still here. You can give me a ride.
To where is everybody?
Well, back at the house, of course. We've invited everyone over.
Well, why are you still here?
Because I foolishly gave the chauffeur a day off, and I had to talk business with Mrs. Endicott, and never mind. I'll tell you all later. I want to go and call Hank. Give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Gosh, where's the telephone?
So, do you want to come over?
Nah, it's all right. I gotta go do... Listen, why don't you take these?
No. You can have them.
Maggie, I don't need charity, okay?
Jeez, lighten up, okay? Just chips.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we forget about the party and go for a soda or something?
I can't. I was supposed to, Listen, I gotta go home, so I'll see you at school.
Well, I could give you a lift.
No, it's too far.
No, really. I mean, it's not a problem
Maggie,
at all.
just back off, okay? When I say no, I mean no.
Well, you ready to go?
Iris, Tomas is working that program, right?
That's right. He's working to pay off his bill, remember?
Yeah. So that means that they must have a record on him, like where he lives, that sort of junk.
Well, yes, I think you can probably find it down at Human Resources.
Oh, great, thank you. I gotta go.
No, hold on. Now, what about the ride home to the party?
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally screwed up. I have to work tonight for my candy striper duties. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. Well, how on earth am I going to get home?
You're a big girl, Iris. Why don't you just call a cab and pay the nice man? See ya.
No.
Oh, my favorite girl! Oh, it's good to see you.
Yes, you missed your grandmother a lot.
Oh, well, I missed you, too. Listen, does Helen still make that wonderful concoction that we like so much?
Yes. Would you like one?
I would love one. Thank you very much. Don't do that, Amanda. Doesn't help her. Doesn't make it easier for us.
I only meant that she hasn't seen you and she didn't... Everything's just like I remember it, Rachel. Nothing's changed at all.
Well, that's not true, Josie, but thank you.
Donna, how you doing? It's Matt. Listen, I can't stay on long. I just wanted to see how your trip was going. Well, I got a lot to tell you, too. Hurry up home, okay? I miss you.
Your girlfriend?
Oh, hi. I didn't hear you there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to listen.
Well, no, it's okay. It's not what you think.
Oh, yeah. I know what that's like. Look, I just came out to say goodbye. I'm heading back to the motel.
Wait a minute, no. You stay here. We need to talk. You didn't say 2 words the whole way home.
I know.
You gonna tell me what's going on? Or is it that you don't trust us anymore?
All right, I'll stay. But I'm going upstairs, and I don't want to be disturbed, all right?
Hey, guys, that was Felicia on the phone. She's clearing some tables for us at Tops. What do you say?
I say party on. What do you say?
Yeah, whatever you want.
John, is something wrong?
Kelsey, I have to go someplace and it really can't wait. Let's get our coats.
Why? Where are we going?
The hospital.
John.
No, we won't be long, I promise. Come on.
Well. It appears you were the slightest bit too eager, Mr. Wren.
We still have one hand to play. Anything can happen.
It's a shame you didn't agree to more equitable stakes in the beginning. Who knows what I might ask for now?
I have no money, you know that.
But you do have information.
That I have.
I know damn well you didn't come here for a job. Now, who sent you in? And what do they want with me?
1 card, please. You haven't won yet, Mr. Harrison. And until you do, we're on equal terms. Don't you think? Card, please.
Hey, shouldn't we wait for Rachel?
No, she's not going to come. She's a little tired.
Yeah, you know, I didn't want to say anything, but your mom didn't look all that well. She looked tense, even a little distant. Maybe I should stay behind.
No,
She might need something.
That's a bad idea. She made it quite clear she wants to be alone.
But Matt, what
Listen,
if she...
I'm in the dark as much as you are. She's here now. Let's let her do what she wants.
Okay, let me just leave a note for Ian. Maybe he can meet us at Tops.
Okay. You still want to go?
Yeah, if you do.
Yeah, I thought you said you wanted to talk before.
Actually, I had a favor I wanted to ask.
Okay, shoot.
Do you think I could audition for the KBAY Weather Girl? I mean, would you consider me if I had the quality you were looking for?
You mean you'd stick around for a gig like that?
Well, I could use the work, Matt, and the money.
All right, the job's yours.
Ah! You mean without an audition? What about Donna?
Just don't worry about Donna. I can handle Donna better than anyone in the studio.
Thought you might still be in here.
Come to gloat, Dr. Hudson. How like you.
No, not remotely like me. But then you never took the time to find out about anyone on this staff, did you?
Oh, so now my administration is in question.
You were out for blood. You wanted me out of here so bad you could taste it.
You were disciplined to my satisfaction, Dr. Hudson. Let it go.
Just one question. Something scared the hell out of you today. It wasn't Rachel Corey. Who was it, Doctor? Who made you change your mind about us?
I was wondering when you would appear.
All right, Another World fans. Cupid points his mighty arrow, and it's heading right for Bay City. Valentine's Day brings some special surprises of love. So don't wait till next week to find out what's happening on Another World. Call NBC Soap Phone. Dial 1-900-680-4NBC. Each call costs $1 per minute.